You know those days when you do something, you know that the outcome's not gonna be good, but you do it anyways, and then the outcome's not good? What is it that makes us feel like that outcome's not gonna be good? I mean, clearly, if you've done the same repetitive thing over and over and you're getting the same feedback that it's not gonna work out, that's a clear sign that you probably shouldn't do it again. Or at least that you know that what the outcome's gonna be. But what about those times when you just, that gut feeling? Somebody may say you should do a certain thing, and you're like, okay. And then it turns out really shitty. That's a thing called intuition. That's a thing that your past experiences have accumulated data from other situations, and it's giving you that little bit of a nudge as to how shit's gonna work out. The crazy thing about intuition is it's all about your experiences. It's about, some will say, from your higher self, from that unknown source of that information just floating around in the atmosphere. Some people live completely by their intuition, and others completely ignore their intuition. Now, I'm not here to say that you should completely follow your intuition. What I am here to say, maybe it's not a bad idea to start thinking for yourself. Hi, my name is Frankie. Welcome to Balanced Rebels, where we dive into balancing ourselves out to where we're at now to where we want to be and letting the past go. So I had a situation the other day. I'm trading in the foreign exchange market, and I'm in this group, and I get these notifications from professionals, and they're trade ideas. So they give you the points that you can enter and exit the market, yada, yada. I have learned that if I don't have the charts in front of me, then I don't typically take the trade alerts unless it's like one professional because he's like 90% right. But even every now and then, it's that control of whenever it doesn't quite pan out, I get really pissed off at myself because I knew better and I should have been looking to see what I seen. And I kind of feel like that's life. We are influenced by so much. We get so much information on the daily every second, especially if we're scrolling through different social medias. You're watching TV, you're listening to the radio, you're in a crowded space. You just have all this nonsense going on all around you. And it's really hard not to just soak it up consciously or subconsciously. Like I said, our intuition is kind of built off of all that information, more so of what we have actually occurred in our life. But there's a lot of it that you don't even realize that the intuition has soaked in and is trying to give you that nudge of encouragement on what you could do. One thing that I never really realized was how much I just allowed my surroundings to kind of influence everything I did. For a long time, I just lived for everyone else. The way that I was brought up as a kid, I created this habit of tuning in to everybody around me and trying to make sure that everybody else was happy, that I wasn't stepping on any toes, that there was peace in the neighborhood, if you will, which you could classify me as an empath. But I never knew it. I never knew that that was a thing. I just thought that that was life. I didn't actually realize that everybody had their own perspective from their own experiences. And so once I learned all this, it was fascinating to me. What was even more fascinating to me was to learn that I actually had control over what I thought. And I know that sounds super crazy. Like, what cult did you grow up in? But when you live on autopilot for so long, especially drinking and smoking 24/7 a day, you don't really realize that you do have the choice. Like, it's up to you what you want to do. I think one of the main reasons why I always smoked or drank or did whatever I did was to escape not having to please everyone. Honestly, I feel like that was one of the main reasons why I did partake in substances is because it allowed me to like feel free and not feel the weight of everybody else around me. So once I stopped smoking, once I stopped drinking, once I decided to go on this soberish journey, I was really lost. Like, I really didn't know how to function because I didn't realize the way that I had conditioned myself to live, the way that I had conditioned myself to please everyone around me didn't have to be the way that it was. So becoming aware of the situations, becoming aware of the interactions that I had with other people, and like actually catching myself kind of catering more so to someone rather than catering to what I actually wanted has really been an amazing adjustment. Now, don't get me wrong, this has been a habit of mine for like 20, 30 some odd years. So I still catch myself and I get so pissed whenever I do something that I know is not like what I actually wanted. But just becoming aware of that, I feel so much better. And I know if I slow down, and as I slow down and I'm communicating and I'm interacting with all these people, I catch myself before I make that mistake and actually come back to me and do what I want to do. I think for myself. I think about what best suits me in a way that everybody can be satisfied. You can't always satisfy everyone, but I have to live with me. So I would prefer to satisfy myself and do what I can for others on the second half. Now, this isn't some narcissistic thing. This isn't something where I am like on this pedestal and everyone else is a peasant. Like I said, all of my life, I have put everyone ahead of me. So, this realization that I can actually think for myself and make choices for myself has really been a game changer. And I'd be interested to know, does this resonate? Have you ever heard of anything like this? Or have you even thought about this? Have you always taken care of yourself? If so, kudos, dude. But if you've ever caught yourself always trying to make everyone else around you happy, then I invite you to start thinking about this. I invite you to start becoming aware of this. Like I said, it doesn't happen overnight, but I challenge you, try it for a week. Try to like really be conscious of your interactions with people. If you don't want to do something, don't make an excuse. Just say no. Make it a game. Like I said, you have to live with yourself. So why not make yourself happy? And not in a narcissistic way, but in a self-love, self-care way. Think about it like this. You've made it this far the way that you've been living now. So could you imagine how much better the future could be if you created this new habit? Let me know in the comments. Is this something that you would even attempt? And if so, let me know how it goes. Until next time, bye.